Good morning. Well, okay, it's not morning anymore. Maybe it is for somebody watching this somewhere, but I am in Eugene, Oregon. It's actually after 12 o'clock, but before noon. My name is Heidi Papoff, and I'm coming to you live today because I have a topic to talk about that's really close to my heart. It's something that I have gone up and down with in life. People tell me that they think I'm so confident, that I seem like I have all this confidence, and I have to tell you, if it seems like that, and maybe if there are days when I do have it, I work very hard to have it be that way. It's not something that necessarily comes naturally. I don't think it's easy for anybody to always feel confident. And to be perfectly honest with you, I, over the last, year or so, probably longer than that, had been having some very declining confidence. I was starting to lose the confidence in myself. I don't know exactly, I can't exactly say why, all of the reasons why that happened, but I can tell you that I'm grateful for the experience. I'm grateful for the ups and downs. Hi, Tracy. So some of these practices that I'm going to talk about today, I've definitely done in the past. I've done them, they've worked. But I've also, had experiences where I felt like I was doing all the right things and I still didn't feel confident. But what I can tell you is that sometimes if you're not in the right place, doing the right thing, surrounded by the right people, no matter what you do, you're not going to achieve what you think, your goals are, because you're just not in the right vehicle. So, my confidence over the last year had really taken a dump. It had fallen down, been dragged through the mud, and I kind of came to this point where I was tired of feeling that way. So I committed to daily practices, daily routines to get my confidence back, to get back to feeling like myself, feeling back into where, I felt like I could be a positive influence, be a positive, just having a positive effect on the world. And it's really hard to do that when you're not feeling confident. So I saw something today that really spoke to me, and I wanted to share some of it with you. And I, so I saw all of these things, and they really rang true for me in way, things that have worked for me in the past. Yes, it can feel tiring, and being, fighting for your confidence every day can make you feel tired and worn out. But also when you lose that confidence, it can make you feel tired and worn out. Even doing some of these things that I'm going to talk about every single day can make you feel a little bit tired and worn out, but I feel like there's a payoff, in the end. Not that there's really ever an end to this journey, this life journey, this self-development journey. It's ongoing for sure. But I have seen a major change just in my own mindset over the last probably 2 to 3 weeks, because I got to a place that was low, I was not feeling good about myself. Hi, Leanna. Hi, David Bujanos. So I can really attest to the fact that this stuff that, you hear and you see people talking about that might seem like woo-woo, new age, whatever, this self-development world, some people don't think that this stuff is real and that it doesn't work. But I'm here to tell you that it does. It just takes being intentional and daily with your practices and not giving up because something doesn't change in 3 to 4 days. It can take a lot longer than that. For me, it took really digging deep, looking within, and being intentional and really disciplined with this stuff for probably 10 days before I started to feel better. And once I started to feel better, the good feeling fed on itself and is just continuing to grow. So the number one tip I can say out of these 3, am I going to dance? Maybe not on this video, David. Say I have to do the dishes. That sounds like you're complaining versus I get to do the dishes, which means I have people here with me. I'm eating food, like we have abundance. It's a choice of mindset and how you look at things. So it's not only that, so that's a big thing, you know, just rephrasing the way you say sentences, rephrasing the way you talk about what's happening in your life, to be in a way that is grateful and affirming. But also affirmations in general can be really, really powerful. So you can wake up and say to yourself, gosh, I'm tired. I don't really even feel like doing this thing that I have to do today. Or you can wake up and say, wow, today's going to be one of the best days of my life. And whether you believe it in that moment or not, the physical response from your body is going to be different than it's going to be much more positive and uplifting. My skin, yes, I'm using my skincare. It's only day 2 or 3. Just so it's scientifically proven that, let me just look at this right here. Your body responds to the words you speak are going to make you feel a certain way. Your body is going to respond to the way that makes you feel. And therefore, it's going to change the way you behave. So I'm going to get more into that in a little bit though. So what do you want to create in your life? What are some goals you have? Write those down in a very affirming way and say them every single day, morning and night. And again, the words you use in this are very important. So some people, this is an example I use all the time, but some people might want to get out of debt. They want to be debt free. So they say, I want to be debt free, or I don't want to have debt. So one thing that is wrong with that sentence is I don't want to have. Never say what you don't want to have. Always only talk about what you do want to have. So I want to have financial freedom. I want to have so much financial abundance that my bills are paid on time or early every single month and there's plenty of money left over. That's so much different than saying debt free, because when you say debt free, even though you know that means debt free, the universe only hears debt. So always be very careful with the way you write down the affirmations you're saying and how you speak it out loud. Okay, so the words that you speak is number 1. Number 2 is visualization. So I love this one because I can make myself feel better in an instant when I practice this. So basically, if you can see it, you can have it. So this is one reason why vision boards are so powerful, because when you look at something every day that inspires you, that makes you feel excited, it's just that you look at that and you feel excited. You look at that and you feel inspired, you feel motivated, you feel, whatever other positive feelings that come. That feeling is going to create the positive manifestation, the positive creative energy that you need to be able to do the things that move you toward your goal. So the way you feel actually has an effect on the way you behave, the way you attract or detract things from your life. So think about a goal that you have. Think about something that you feel that if you attained would, change your life. Now, that's a whole nother topic of thinking that, you'll be happy once this happens, or, things will get good once this happens, because that's really also kind of not the greatest way to think. You want to be in the moment. You want to be happy and grateful now. However, there are, a lot of us have goals that would really change our lives, that would, that we've been working toward for a long time. So you think about that goal, something that inspires you, something that you are, moving toward every single day, and think about how you would feel, how you imagine you would feel in that moment that you achieved that goal. So like, let's say, I've been in network marketing for over 5 years. I have a goal for a rank I want to hit. Hi, Tara. Thank you for joining. Hi, Carrie. So if I think about hitting that goal, and I did this for 4.5 years in my last company, And the fact that I didn't achieve that goal, like, I feel like kind of made me stop believing in some of this stuff for a little while. Not really stop believing in it, but stop taking the time to do these things. But like I was saying earlier, sometimes you're just not in the right place. And, you know, the universe or God is not going to bring those things into your life if you're not, one, ready, or if you're not in the right place. So I've done this, like I said, a lot in the past, where you can imagine yourself, you know, receiving that accolade. You can imagine yourself walking across that stage. You can imagine yourself, you know, whatever it may be for you, and think about what you would be wearing, who would be there with you, what would you do, and then most importantly, how would you feel in that moment? And if you can live in that moment, you know, as much as you can just with your imagination and feel that feeling, that starts to actually attract that into your life. And like I was saying earlier, your body responds to imagination and reality in the exact same way. So how you think and feel creates a state of being. And that state of being activates the creative center of your brain, which then changes the way you behave. It changes the way you do things. It can take away fear. Like maybe there's just fear of doing a certain activity that holds you back. Doing these activities can actually change the way you behave and the way you feel, and can take fear out of your life. So I think that's extremely powerful. Okay, so this is the last thing, and it's gonna be the shortest thing, so don't worry, I'm not gonna go on forever and ever. But number 3 is setting yourself up to win. So that doesn't mean, you know, when I first heard that, setting myself up to win, it's like, do the things that are going to get you toward your goal, because that just sounds way too simplified. But there are certain activities and steps that you can take every single day to move you closer to your goal. But the point is to focus on that, not how close you actually are to your goal, how far away you actually are to your goal. If you are doing the daily activities that you know are going to get you there, that's what matters. And celebrate that. Don't be attached to the outcome, or, you know, well, I did this and I did exactly what I was told to do and I'm not there yet, so it must not work. It's not true. Getting to the goal will happen as long as you be committed to the activities that will get you there and stop being attached to the outcome. So that is what winning is. So let's say, you know, one day you start by just doing 3 things that you know you need to do, and then the next day you do 5, and then, you know, you can see where I'm going with that. You start slow. Don't try to jump into overwhelming yourself to where you're going to want to quit right away. So start slow, build up every single day. As your confidence grows, you're going to get there as long as you stay consistent and stay the course and don't give up on yourself. And I promise you, if you do these things at least as much as every day as you can, your confidence will grow and you will see your life change. So I hope that was helpful. Thank you for watching today. I hope you're having a good Monday, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.